Okay, so now that we have, oh, I thought I renamed this. That's the locating jig that we did for practice. That was this exercise here. So the previous video I demoed how to do it again. I have it here also, step by step, broken down a little bit. And then I did it again all in one video. So once you got the part done, what we need to do is make the base plate that's going to hold this. And how we do that is we publish elements. So I'm going to publish all these periphery planes into another part. So prior to this, you did an exercise about setting up the product structure. So this exercise is going to be focused on publishing the elements. All right, so that's what I'm going to try and do right now. I will go to this here and create a new assembly. So I'm going to try and demo this exercise here, how to publish elements. I'm going to do publish elements, and I'm going to select OK. And what we're going to do here is insert an existing product. For the 185 class, you should have had it noted that this has been changed from existing part to now existing product. And that little pop-up window is going to come on. I don't have multiple, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to grab the one thing here. I'm going to bring it over. Whoops. So one object selected, and I hit the green check mark, and it brings it over to my published element, which is an assembly. So inside of my assembly, the published element, we have the locating jig. All right, that is the engineering part. Okay, so this is my engineering practice part. What I got to do is make a tool plate for that. And so I'm going to make a new thing here, and I'm going to kind of shorten it up and just go right to the tool plate. And I'll cover the engineering, TLM, RLM later. I'm just going to do right to a tool. So just to try and keep it simple, my focus is to try and get you to understand the published elements. So what I'm going to do now is go to Insert, a new part. So now I have this part and the locating jig. So I'm going to rename this to tooling plate. So I've renamed that to tooling plate. And the instance, I'll just call it the tool. All right, there's a few more steps in the product structure that we covered, but we're just going to go right into the tool business, okay? So we have this engineering part, and then we got the tool plate. Now what I want to do is I want to steal all of these periphery planes, and I want to put them in the tool plate. But I want to steal it in such a way that it holds a link to the periphery planes on the engineering part. So if the engineering part were to change, then my tooling plate should change with it. Okay? So how I'm going to attempt to do that is, this is where I screw up many times. I'm going to go to product modification, and I'm going to hit this icon. Oops. I'm going to hit this periphery plane to highlight all these, and I'm going to select this publication, and it says yes all 6. And what happens here, I guess I have to say okay, it puts them in the wrong spot. These published elements, the publication was supposed to go up here. In my previous demo, I didn't catch that I did that wrong. And the reason why it went here is if you follow the tree up, it's actually putting it in the assembly. the published elements need to go in the engineering part. So I had done that wrong in the video. I'm going to undo this. The key to making this work is to go into this part here. If I double click this, it activates the part. And now you notice it says generative wireframe and surfacing. That tells me I'm in the part. If I double click the published element, that's the assembly. But I got to be in the part, so I got to double click the part. Okay. While I'm in the part, I'm going to switch this to product structure design. You'll probably want to move this one into your favorites. Product structure design is the workbench we're going to use. So up on top, the current workbench is generative wireframe. When I click on the product structure design, it will give me the product structure. Oh shoot, what did I do wrong here? I want to be in this one. Sorry, double click on that one. I want to be in this one here. It went to product structure design because that's what I was last clicked on. That probably won't happen for you. Let me try and switch this back to assembly. Okay, so when you're in the part, I double click that. Generative wireframe surface is where it's at. I'm going to double click the locating jig overview. And you see it takes me to the assembly design. So again, you have the assembly for the engineering part and the assembly for the tool plate. Inside the tool plate, you're going to have the actual individual detail part. And inside this one here, we have the actual engineering part, which I copied from over here. So I put this part over here, and I'm going to go to, with this active, we're going to go to 3D and hit product structure design. With product structure design active, the tool tab on the bottom will have product modification tab. Down here on the bottom is product modification tab. You'll select publication. Sorry, I should have had these 6 planes highlighted. It's okay. I'm going to click on those 6 planes, and it asks me, do you really want to do that? You got 6 planes it's going to copy. As you can see, it tells you 6 elements. And yeah, that is, I do want to publish all 6 of them. It's more common to select just a few elements, but in this case, what I like to do is everything I'm going to publish, I put it in one geometrical set, so I don't have to pick them one at a time. So I say yes to that, and it's going to ask me 6 times if that's the one I want to publish, and it should put it right under the part body. So when I select OK, see how it adds publication in the specification tree? It won't let me expand it till I'm done clicking on all of these. So it's asking me to say OK to station 20, so I'll select OK. It's asking me to say OK to the left buttock line 20, select OK, and left buttock 25, and then your water line 30 and your water line 33. So I got all 6, and they're here in my publication. So now that these elements are published, I can copy these and put them into my tool plate, and these published elements will hold a link to these. So I'm going to go right. I think I'm going to do another video on this so that you guys can break this down to find specific things when you want to refer back to this. So let me stop this video and create another one.